I've had enough chin wagging with this git. He's been hiding out here, bragging about how big he is. All just rumours. He's nothing. Look at his stupid ass. He's trying to make himself look bigger. You'll be even shorter once I cut him down to size and take back my axe. The lad's been saying they've seen some other gobbos skulking round here too. Best keep our eyes open. Guzzler's gonna get guzzled. There's only one king of the gobbos, and that's me!
It's a perfectly fine day for a Wa. The axe of Grom went missing. Now he's here to retake it. Some gobbo king, some self-proclaimed fool is here, attempting to make that stake known. Well, he's going to be turned into stakes very soon. I have since moved my army into a new position. These fissures over here I'm going to use as a type of wall to block off my foes from being able to easily flank me. So we've got Grom and Karin right over here on the front lines. I've got my goblins on the front lines too, only 2 groups of goblin spears, 3 groups of night goblin archers, and all of my trolls right behind them. Now they're moving up. On my left flank, I've got my nasty skulkers, and on my further left flank, I've got my squigs and my wagons too. They're going to go after whatever they're able to hit, which is going to be a bunch of spider riders right over there. And of course, I've got my night goblins who are being held in reserve. Everyone has like a different scrap upgrade right now. They're pretty different. They're pretty unique. Like over here, a liquor flask, so plus 15 to leadership. They now have 70 leadership. That's very, very high. My nasty skulkers, they have a bit more damage going on here. Bonus when fighting infantry up by 10. So they could really hurt whatever they want. That's pretty damaging, man. And then over here, I've got my night goblin archers who have a reload time reduction of 25%. At least 2 groups do. So now they're hitting me with a few volleys. They've got a giant, they've got night goblin archers, a lot of trolls, and even a regiment of renown too, in addition to their own version of Karin. She's called a goat plucker. Well, aren't they all? And here's a git guzzler, their leader. So I'm using spirit leech on that giant right now, and I'm just moving into position. I'm going to hold them back. I've got Grom, who's currently fighting a bunch of trolls, and they're also attacking him. That's pretty rude. Don't use magic on him. So here comes my entire army now, and as you can see, they won't be able to get past what's right there. So that's actually protecting me, and all of my archers are going to focus on a few units at a time. I've used a soul blight to reduce their armor and base weapon damage. While that is going on, we've got way over here my wagons just going after their spider riders, which are not lasting long, so hopefully we can keep them far, far away and very, very busy. And we have other units on the way to come to attack us and flank us and bother us. Now here comes my nasty skulkers. I've used a little smoke bomb, reducing their speed and even charge speed. Oh, look at that, a rogue idol. Let's have a more cinematic view while that's going on. I try to give you the most important information about how I played out the battle. But also, I like the cinematics. I mean, look at that rogue idol. That is, again, one of the coolest units they've ever added into the game. They're getting incredible at it. Compare it to a giant. A giant's neat, but nothing like a rogue idol, right? Anyway, they've used a Wa, so now that giant's going to deal more damage, but I've got all my trolls over here just trying to out-thug him, just giving him the club whenever possible. And way over here, we've got my wagons here still fighting these spider riders. Now, they've taken a little bit more damage, probably for being kited just a little bit. Now, I'm going to keep on showing you what's happening right now because it can be a little bit confusing because we are fighting another Greenskin faction. My nasty skulkers are now impacted by my big Wa. They had 100 melee attack for a period of time. They are crushing it right now. They are killing so many goblins. So they're going to run just roughshod all over these enemies of mine. We've got another group of night goblin archers here moving in right now, and that Karin just puked right over here into my night goblin formation, but they're okay. My rogue idol has 24 kills, and unfortunately, it does decelerate rather quickly. I would totally say get a mod if you want to get rid of that, because, I mean, you should be able to enjoy what you have. But there's the Git Guzzler being chased by Grom. He's like,
get out of here!
Amazing. Oh my god, if you compare him to this, holy crap, he's huge. That is one big goblin. He's not fat, but he's quite large. Okay, my rogue idol fell apart, so that's over. So now I'm building up a new formation. My right flank will be roughly protected. Over here, we just had a group of wolf riders charge into my night goblins, but their job was to keep them away from me, to ward them off. Now, we have a lot of nasty skulkers on the way, and I've got some weird reinforcing army that's going to cause a lot of problems for me, and I'll show you why. If you want to avoid this, please do so. Super squigs blow up. Sometimes they choose targets that you're fighting directly in melee combat, which means they're going to kill your gobbos too, or your orcs too. But they do have a lot of squigs, and that can be a lot of help. But I probably should have pulled back more, but I didn't know that I was going to get help until it finally came out. Here comes Karen. She's moving into battle right now. My poor rogue idol. If only you would last for the duration of an entire battle, that would be amazing. So let's go have a look over here now. That giant was killed a little bit ago. You can see a few of my dead trolls too. It's a rather dark battlefield for sure. Back over here, we've got the swamp things. They belong to me, and they're doing okay. Yeah, my trolls are pretty sturdy. The only issue is that they're hard to pull out of a fight. They're very difficult to maneuver around. They tend to get stuck, and over here, the squigs are now moving into different positions. You can see the super squigs also moving. You've got over here my wagons who have been chasing after some spider riders, but I've been bringing them back. I thought that would be a good idea. Oh god, here comes all the super squigs. We'll focus on that because I'm currently reorganizing my own formation. We have a new wave and even doom divers who are hitting us currently. These doom divers are damaging. 21 kills already. Got a few units who are a little bit too far out. I choose to break some units when I need to, whenever I know I can't just pull them out. It's just better to have them break and leave. Now, they do have one Arachnarok spider. That's on the way, too. Let's just watch it play out. And they just blew up, killing a lot of them. So, no, they're very effective at what they do. And there's our squigs. Our friendly, loving squigs attacking. But Grom's come here to win a battle. So let's have a look here. 45 kills, 40 kills, and 11 kills. My Night Goblin Archers were largely focused on that Giant too. Now, when you buff them up, Goblin Archers are insane. All right, way over here. Let's have a look. I'm going to hold down spacebar so you can see we won in that corner of the map, which means we only have one pocket left to defeat, to destroy once and for all. Here comes the Nasty Karen attacking that Arachnarok spider, or being attacked by one. Yeah. You think she wouldn't like that? No, she doesn't care. She's like, look at me. Look at me. I'm a Karen. I might as well have my own 8 legs, 6 legs, as many legs as you need. In fact, I'll have more than you. You're not allowed to be here. Only I get to be here, she says to it. 2 kills right now. Now, she's currently terrified. I guess, like, maybe the spider was too much. There's Skarsink's big wah, buffing up his entire force. But his entire force isn't really that great. I mean, it's caught me at a very inopportune time, but it's not that great. So, 2 groups of nasty skulkers. One there, one here. One is moving towards my front line. Got only a few squigs from our allies still left. I mean, they just charged in and got wiped out. Squigs are rather fragile, you know. So now I'm going to have my range units attack that Arachnarok spider who's been buffed up with a sneaky stabbing. Not a bad call. My trolls are also keeping it busy. Itchy Nuisance also debuffing them. They're using a lot of magic to bother me, as they do have Bartorg, the Pranksta, a Night Goblin Shaman. So let's go look over here again. But all my trolls and all of that just working together. And Grom was a little bit too far off. I just had him like chasing after other targets, but I also wanted him to go after these Doom Divers with 87 kills. Far too many kills. Not okay with that. Smoke bomb right over here. Debuffing my goblins. We're still fighting that spider. My trolls are still keeping it quite busy. Gork will fix it, huh? Yeah, Gork will probably fix it. Now, let's get way over here and see what's up. They've broken. The battle is over. We have won. We now have our Axe of Grom. A glorious victory for our team. And that was a close victory. We won that, though. Man, that little reinforcing squig army really got me. The super squigs blew up on at least like 1 or 2 of my groups. All right, I'm going to go take that eating. Always the eating. It's my choice in life. All right, so we've got a higher chance to ambush and a higher chance to not be ambushed. And a Shroom Gatherer to buff up my Night Goblins. I actually prefer my standard goblins for my scrap upgrades. I'll probably go back to them later. I like having that extra damage. I mean, a lot of extra damage. They're not so bad, though. Only 29 volleys total. I need more scrap, for sure. But there's my Axe of Grom. We did that quest line. I now have more armor-piercing damage. I now have more of a bonus on fighting infantry. More growth, too. And a self-augment. sundering my enemies, reducing their armor by 30. And look at that, a lot of new ingredients. It's not time to cook yet, but I'll cook later, for sure. Oh, for sure. Alright, I'm working on a shaman's hut because I need a shaman at, I believe, level 15 to get even more ingredients. Yeah, let's have a look over here. What was it again? It was something... Ah, here we go. Reach rank 15 with a Goblin Great Shaman or Night Goblin Shaman. Okay. I've got Night Goblin Fanatics I need. Then over here, Orc Shaman. Rank 15. So, I've got to grab at least one. I'll probably use them in my secondary army. Now, there's my Goblin Workshop. I've got some money to actually upgrade a few locations and things. I'm going to need walls over here later because I have one major target I want to go after. It might be crazy, but I don't trust him. Don't trust the guy. He wears a big crown. Alright, rank 16. Oh, here we go. I want to buff up my wagons a bit, so I'm going to give him chariot races right now. Painted red, more spikes, bigger wheels, stick some bombs on the back. So plus into armor for my wagons, plus 12% speed, and they will always have perfect vigor as well. Their scrap upgrades went away. There's like a little patch update, so I wonder if that did it. I have no idea. But anyway, rank 18. What shall I give you? Because I could have sworn I had them upgraded. I did. I'll give them, or give her, Teach 'em Right. It'll enhance nearby leadership effects, which I like a lot. But yeah, see over here, 72 armor versus what I have for my Night Goblins. I've got two variants here, plus 5 to armor piercing damage, and that is a lot of damage, actually. 27 to 32. But I also like having that extra armor. And over here, I picked up something a little bit different. And that provides plus 15 to leadership. So these Night Goblins will probably not break until the very end of a battle. But again, I just like having my high bits of damage where possible. Oh, they're still very mad at me. And much more powerful than I am. So I am going to need another army eventually. When am I going to grab one? Good question. I don't know yet. I think I want to upgrade a few more buildings and get a few more elite things before I do that. Because I don't know when I'll get another opportunity to focus on my economy, you see. Okay, they gave me a new hero. Interesting. I didn't really want him, but...
What do you want?
Who's over here? There we go. We got Gorfang Armbreaker. Let's go scout out a settlement. I got Graham the Scrawny over here, too. Let's bring it over to the Black Pyramid of Nagash and cause some issues. I need to level them up. It's going to take a while to level them up, too. All right, so Plain of Tuskers. You're way out over there, and you need proper walls, so build that up. See... Here's what I'm talking about. This is like what I actually do need right now. And if I build that, that would be for my riders, right? So recruiting riders here would probably be more prudent than having a standard recruitment building. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, man. Now, I am going to come over here to go bother... I mean, I could just go after Orian's camp and destroy them. I think I would like to do that. So we might end up doing that instead. I need one more turn to fully upgrade. Then if I want to, I can charge right in and cause issues in life. Many, many stark issues. Alright, so I've got some money coming in. My army's pretty okay. Now, there are other options I want for sure. Not orcs for now. I mean, orcs actually have less armor. I wonder what their upgrades are. I'll have to check later whenever I have another army. I think I'll probably do like an orc theme for army number 2. Recruit Lord. Orc War Boss. No, there's a unique one that I would rather get. What we really need is a melee orc hero, but then big bosses or goblin big bosses might not have much of a place. So we need like other tools, I think. Yeah, just retool them. See how that goes. All right, Kasabar. Let's see. No major upgrades for you. We're upgrading walls as well. Over here, I've got more walls I can upgrade. My lord is not yet moved, and it's foodin' time. I've got a lot of options. I want more powerful night goblins. So I'm gonna get harpy heads. Let's have a look at that harpy teeth. So we get more projectiles for each shot and more ammo too. I like it. Okay. Wyvern Stew. Unbreakable Frenzy. What about Monster Goo? More campaign movement range. No attrition at all. A monstrous disease for trolls and giant units. I have a lot of trolls actually. What over here? Sundering attacks. Ooh, I like that too. Berserk for all orc infantry. I don't have that though. But I do like the sundering attacks. That's just so strong. Of course, we need to cook some type of new meal. Wyvern Stew. Do I have Wyvern Stew? I feel like I've done that. Evidently not. No, I've not done that. So we could actually do that if I want to. They would lose leadership by -8. Wow. So I could debuff them further. That would be more reputation and growth too. So, not really a combat thing, but what about over here? What will that give me? Bony meat skewers, spiky skin, and missile resistance for them. and also frostbite attacks for all characters. We get more income from sacking and looting. Bony meat skewers. I've not done that. Okay, so we'll make that whenever I have more scrap. All right, so that's going to be harpy heads and tentacles. I just need a bit more scrap, don't you know? Yeah, that's fair enough. Plus 3 scrap per turn. That was like way too long to do it like that. That's like a little bit of scrap, which is cool, but... All right, let's see. We'll build the beast layers. A bit of money. And... I can't upgrade you. Not yet. We have an option over here of a reload time reduction or winged ammo for a longer range, but I'd rather heavier damage, you know. That's just my own take on that. I've brought together 2 major armies, one led by Big Tit Slapface. He's going to lead thousands of goblins to their victory. Haha. Now, let's have a look at our formation. They have Glade Riders who are just charging in, but I've got all my archers close by. Now, let's see what we can do. It's actually pretty awesome. Usually, they get to harass you for like the entire battle. You know how annoying Wood Elves are, and you know how I feel about them. Nothing. But they're having to leave now. Because my archers deal so much damage, they're falling apart. Ha-ha! I've got you now. It's not going to be an easy battle. We're fighting Wood Elves, and they have a lot of elite units. I mean a lot. Their numbers? Only 1,300. I've got 4,655 goblins here. Maybe an orc or two somewhere. I don't know. Mostly goblins. Got a troll. No, we don't actually have any orcs at all. Huh. We're all gobbo, baby. All gobbo. And troll. Now, my archers are about to get hit by another attack from these Glade Riders. So what do? It's quite simple. I just hit them a lot. Look at that. We just get to hit them a lot. We'll get into position. I only have one group who is not buffed up by scraps. They're moving into the woods right now. Now, my reinforcing army is quite large. Imagine you're just eating your lunch, you're just a dumb old wood elf, and you're like, oh man, I can't wait to go skipping in the lilies again. And out of nowhere, thousands of gobbos come in. Ooh, that was a damaging attack. Did you hit any, Big Tit? I don't know. But they're being hit hard by my archers now. The trees will be protecting them just a bit. But I intentionally went out of my way to get a lot of goblins here. I knew that the numbers alone would make the biggest difference. And also, look at the visuals of what that even looks like for us. How incredible is that? Just to see so many goblins marching together and fighting in one battle. I'll be doing this more often now that we have AI control. Now, the factions that are meant to feel like hordes will feel like hordes, and I nearly pity my enemies. Not only do you need to fight my more elite army, which is what I want to focus on. I want Grom's army to be elite. Big Tit will lead a more fodder-based army. Don't tell my gobbos that. Now here's one super squig. I don't know where they're going to send that one off at. I'd rather have control of that unit, but hey, if they want to give it a go, let them give it a go. So now, we've got those Glade Riders who have no kills currently, but unfortunately, let's have a look at what they have real quick. What the Wood Elves have. Wildwood Rangers, 36 weapon strength, 55 melee attack, 42 melee defense. I mean, these guys are going to hurt me a lot. They always hurt a lot. They're incredibly strong. And of course, they've got Deepwood Scouts and Glade Guards and other riders, Eternal Guard that have shields, and a Glade Lord in addition to a Spellsinger of Beast Magic, Lore of Beasts. So, it's time for the charge. The gobbos are coming to town. Screw your magical arrows, we have gobbos. But here comes everyone. Here comes the Wildwood Rangers who look goofy as hell. Bunch of Burning Man attendees. Get out of here. So now we're fighting them with just a bunch of gobbos, and that was intentional. They're just meant to just keep things busy. They're meant to just get bloodied up and to tire them out. Now they have a Tree Man. Tree Men are durable. They hit hard and they're quite durable. And I only have so many archers. I'll need to get more eventually. It's just that I'm rushing a lot, and also I don't have a lot of scrap. If I had more scrap, then maybe I would just kind of, you know, replace and get more units. Now over here is where we just had the Wild Riders get hit by a bunch of my pump wagons. They're also going after Grom. That too is quite intentional. I wanted to focus everyone in this group together. My squigs are also fighting. They're taking more damage. So now those very powerful Wild Riders are falling apart. I mean, Grom right now has had over 700 weapon strength. That's incredibly high. We've got Eternal Guard over here. If I had seen them a little bit more clearly, I probably would have charged at them from behind. But here comes my own wave. I found one little gap where they were not fighting, so I chose to go in. Now, these trolls are going to help out our gobos over here on the left flank, where they're fighting a majority of the enemy's melee units. And over here is where we're focusing our own ranged attacks on their Deepwood Scouts. Look at how many we've killed already. They've lost a lot. They've killed 10. I'm killing more. I'm using a Spirit Leech on that tree man to damage it. Now, there goes Grom and the boys riding away. So let's have a look over here. 16 kills surrounded by hundreds of goblins. There's only so much you can do, Eternal Guardsman. Now, let's go back and check out more of the fight. So, way down in the trees, we've got our Squigs going after Deepwood Scouts. They have 13 kills total. Unfortunately, we did lose a group of our AI's forces. They're being hit by a bunch of ranged units, but at least they brought them away from the battle. So over here, I'm using one Soul Blight to debuff all of the melee units. And there is my Rogue Idol, which already has over 30 kills. That's why I want to get a lot of Rogue Idols. I think they're so cool. I think they're great, and I want more. And I can't wait to have one that won't have that little aura letting you know that it's going to degrade and eventually fall apart. Carmen only has 7 kills. I'm just allowing her to chill out over there. And over here is Big Tit, probably getting a lot of friendly fire. We're going after their Spellsinger. He's getting shafted by a bunch of tiny goblins. Beautiful. Hey, leave him alone. Put him down. You put him down right now. Oh. Well, not like that. So now the Rogue Idol is pretty close to falling apart. 44 kills right now. We've broken so many of their infantry units. You can see how many are now broken. They're exhausted. They're beaten up. Way over here is where I'm fighting now another group of Glade Riders who have 45 kills, which is way too many. And then here's a group of Glade Guard who have over 30 kills. Ooh, there goes another Gaze. That actually did hit that Glade Lord, I believe. Maybe not for a lot of damage, but there goes our Rogue Idol. That's unfortunate. Wait, I really need to know. I need to do a test later to see if it's able to wipe out my own units. Hopefully they're all getting up and it's just a knockback, but if it actually kills my own units, I'll have to keep that in mind. I'm also focusing another Spirit Leech and my volleys on that tree man despite any friendly fire, because we need that tree man to go away, but it'll probably come back. It still has a lot of health, enough to keep on fighting. So now we're pushing into the woods, which is never a good idea, but I came to help out our allied army, which, as you can see, has taken extreme amounts of damage. I mean, that's a lot of dead gobos. So over here, we have trolls and other units who have encircled a group of Deepwood Scouts.
You've been trolled, fool.
Haha! Okay. Now my wagons are pushing around town, going after other enemies. And let's have a look again. We've got another leader of theirs, or a Waystalker potentially. Let's see who's actually over here. A Waystalker. More Beast Magic buffing him up. He's at 44 kills. He's like, look at my thighs. I'm so fancy. Nah. Kill him. Kill him, Gobos. Just because he's got bigger thighs than us. I thought they would all mass shatter by now, but they actually have a reinforcing army on the way. And I'm not happy about that. I'm pretty pissed off about that, actually. My God, look at all the dead elves. Ignore the dead Gobos. Those don't count. It's only elven propaganda. No Gobos were harmed today. I thought the battle was over, so I had my archers over here focus on these two. They're dead now. Waste of arrows, but I did it. Now, how now? Kill now, brown cow. What do we have over here? More allies who are exhausted, but 41 kills is actually not bad. Over here, 44 kills. No, they're getting a decent amount of kills for a bunch of standard goblins. I finally feel like the proper wall I've always wanted to be. I'm not a pretender wall anymore, Mom and Dad. There goes Grom. Oh, he's very quick, very angry. But he's also just being hit by range attacks by a jerk who's doing some drive-bys, steer-bys. Deer-bys? Look at him go, though. He's not bothered by it. He says, I'm gonna get you. There goes my wagons again. We've seen a lot of those wagons. That's mushrooms. All right, so it's time for battle number 2. I'm getting my army back together, and we're waiting for our enemies to come towards us. That one Glade Lord has, whoa, 2 to 6 kills. Wow, it went from 2 to 6 directly, not 2 to 6 as in, anyway. These goblins over here are pulling back a little bit. And let's see, they have 333 left, but they've got Wildwood Rangers and Treekin left. Those are going to hurt me a lot. And way over here, I finally encountered that Glade Lord. I've been waiting to get him forever. Just forever, you know. I was kind of hoping that my entire allied army would be unified, but hey, they're chasing things I don't need to chase. I'm going to help them out in just a minute. Let's just see our army now move in. My poor Gombo is being hit by a bunch of Wildwood Rangers. Ooh, that was devastating. I believe in you, kids. You can do it. Everyone's a kid compared to Grom. So he's way over here defeating the enemy leader, finally getting them to skedaddle. And so I'm moving my army in to go handle the encroaching reinforcements. They've got some over here nasty leaders like a Glade Lord getting just more and more kills with every shot. Well, actually, he did 2 shots and got no kills. Haha, loser. These Treekin are adorable. I'm not happy about having to deal with that. Oh, here we go. Another Grom's Big Wah, killing us up, allowing us to deal more damage. Treekin are just so adorable. They take so long to beat down on, especially with only a basic unit like that. I mean, look at what's happening to my poor Gobbos. They're trying so hard. That's okay, though. And way over here, what else do we have? We've got some more Gobbos fighting more Treekin. On my right flank, I'm just using my archers and what little areas that they have left. We've got some more Glade Guard to kill. They put so many! Way too many, man. Now I have my leader attacking with all of his wagons, but unfortunately, there's just a lot of enemies to fight. That's a little bit too much, but I've been having the hardest time getting any of my wagons out of any fight. So like doing hit and runs have been very hard. Like once they're in the fight, they seem to like stay in it. It's just hard to get them out. Grom has 55 kills, and that's only going up. It's at 56 already. So he'll be fighting a bunch of just wood elves on his own. I mean, just look at what he's doing. He's like, I'm going to explode you and you, especially you ladies. You know, I know how much you love the fat gobbo in a little coat. Don't worry, there's enough for all of you. Don't even worry about that. It's smacking time. So he's at 83 kills, 84. Already at 84 kills. Awesome. Now, that army, that part of my army that was just like sitting over here, they're now charging in. Unfortunately, they're going to be hit a lot, so I'm sure my enemies will eventually just chain break. That usually happens. We've been fighting for over 13 minutes now. Over here, we've got some magic to debuff them and hurt them. Well, not debuff them, but by debuff, I just mean hurt. A Fata Buena, just damaging these Wildwood Rangers. I saved up my magic for that. They already have 142 kills. I mean, they're very strong. They finally shattered. We have won the battle. The battle is over. Orian's camp may now be burned down. We have done it. Let me give the most proper wall that I can think of. A baby wall, because, you know, we're gobbos. I could do a orc wall, but rip headphone users at that point. Man, what a battle. Okay, we beat them. I'm glad I brought in a secondary army, or I probably would have lost that battle. I mean, that was a lot of wood elves, and that last army nearly got me. It's crazy. When you look at what they have here, that's a lot of Wildwood Rangers, and those can kill a lot of poor gobbos. Well, thank you, Big Tit Slapface. You've always been a great help. Now, I'm going to sack here because that is so much money. I'm not saying no to that. That would be crazy. Enemy killed in battle. Ooh, very nice. All right, so we'll spend like one turn out here chilling out for a little bit. Yeah, I spent a few turns recruiting up a very cheap army led by Big Tit, who I'm probably going to use quite a bit. Normally, I wouldn't do that. Now, why wouldn't I do that? Well, many of you know why if you've played the game quite a bit. Because you would have to control more than 20 units, and that is a nightmare. You know what? I'm going to give you the gobbos. I want them to become more powerful. Oh, if I had the scrap, I would upgrade all of them. They would actually be the tankiest gobbo army. The armored gobbo army would be incredible. Okay, I'm going to give to our good buddy over here, Grom the Paunch, another ability. Let's give him Gargantuan Glutton. More physical resistance and health as well. And as I cook more, he'll also get a nice little buff up here too. Right now he's starving, but I need more scrap if I want to pick up anything new. Let's see. The nasty Karen. Let's go over here. I'm going to give her slimy shanks. Now she has some fire resistance. I didn't lose any units there. I have 2 agents. I got, you know, Graham the Scrawny over here, who's coming down. Not going to go after Henry just yet. Then we have Gorfang, who is just a little night goblin shaman that they gave me via some event. Now it's time for me to end my turn right after I look at my buildings. Yeah, look at that. Now I have the money to build what I want. Oh, like everything. Wow. A shaman's hovel. I'll take that too. Over here, I'll take my goblin workshop. So if I want doom divers, I've got that option. Yeah, I might actually get rid of our big boss and get a different one, because once I have my boss camp, oh, we're going to have much better stuff. All right, so I spent all of my money. That was actually great. No, that was a great way. I mean, imagine if I had to use all of my actual income on that. That would have taken many, many turns. But now that's done, so I no longer need to worry about it. Let's see then. Get out of the way. Go after the Wandering Dead, a rogue army. I think Saved is going to have a very bad time on his own, so I don't need to do that. I'm going to call you, let's see, Gob Cigar. There we go. That's a much better name. People will be like, what does that mean? Whatever you want it to mean. How about that? Specialist level 2, just to keep it cheap. Go try to block their army. I'm still getting some money in. That's pretty sweet, too. Oh, good blocking. Look at that. Rank 4, another specialist. I like to decrease the cost of his actions because, hey, I don't have that much money yet. Let's come over here and steal technology from a neutral faction. Oh, boy. That's a big old faction. I might even bring in like 2 to 3 goblin-based armies just to fill out the fodder. There we go. Now those actions will be much cheaper. And Grom the Paunch is coming down to go burn down what they have. It's only a small force now, so we can auto-resolve it, thankfully. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to burn it down, which will give me reputation to call to wall and 15 more scrap. All right, that's Armor of Fortune. More armor, more ward save, and more physical resistance. Income from looting settlements up by 5%. The Bowmen of Orian are now gone. I'm not going to hold on to that location. That isn't for me. You know, that isn't part of my life or what I want to do. Now, I'm kind of thinking about going after Henry. He's very powerful, and I do worry about him. I feel like he might come after me. And I want my walls first. See, buildings are much more expensive out here. That really provides a large issue for me when it comes to like building up anything new, but I shall see in time. Grom the Paunch. I'm going to give him, let's see, Woundmaker, because he doesn't hit quite hard enough yet. Got a Charmed Shield. I'm going to give you the Armor of Fortune instead. And after that, let's see, we've got all your stuff. Got your axe. Okay. Yeah, you got that. Now we just need to cook some food. Karen, I'm not worried about you dying. I'm going to give you Horrid Mass instead. There, let's just make her as beefy as we can. Just don't tell... Okay, hold on. A talisman. Nope, you don't need that either. Enchanted item. Sure, take that. And we don't have a lot of loot. No, we do not. But now it's probably time to move on to new areas. So let's get ready for a different war, a new war. As I save up my money, I could just pick up raid stashes over here. Yeah, that could work out. Look at that. More income from post-battle loot, more income from sacking. All that nice stuff. You know what? I'll get that after I get my walls. Now it's time to do some cooking. I do have some ectoplasm. Magic pus makes dish better. No, me don't know where it came from. Oh. Interesting. I don't know if I agree with that. Slime smoothie, cheesy shrooms. Oh, God. Ghostly protection for rogue idols. Over in Gob Cigar, I am going to try to get rogue idols. It's about time for that, I think. More reputation, more growth. I mean, that could do it, man. That could really make a big difference. Now, what I want right now is certainly more stuff to help out my melee forces. For now. That might change one day. We've got so many different things we could... Oh, the Magnum Pizza. Oh, God. Look at that. That's incredible to even just gaze upon. All right. So, plus 15 melee defense and physical resistance for Grom. I don't really have a lot of orcs and stuff to take full advantage of that, or I would totally do it because it's pretty funny. All right. The Magnum Pizza. I think I'm all about the Magnum Pizza today. So let's get that troll meat in. Now they have regeneration. And Grom is much tankier. We cooked 4 recipes, so now he's got more hit points, and we have 1 more hero capacity for Goblin Big Bosses too. But it's now time for the war to begin. Let's go over here to Qatar. He's a much more powerful faction than I am. So why am I doing that? 1, it's going to be a challenge. 2, well, I need to knock him out now. I don't want him to take over what I have. I'm going to loot and occupy. A double barrel. Well, I don't really have a ranged attacker like that. Backstabber. Higher chance is still a magical item. Very nice. Alright, let's get over here now. I'm going to Numas, and also Galbaraz is up here too, so I do want that. Should be up here. Alright, so what am I going to do now? Let's see. I'm going to get Woundmaker. I'm sure he might take one of my towns, or even 2 of them. Let's go over to Himri and just begin to damage walls. Now, taking Himri would be a huge deal. Don't you T-pose for dominance at me. Hey, now. That's too strong. It's too overpowered. Get out. Alright, I can't steal more technology. That's alright. What about you, Mr. Graham the Scrawny? I'm going to give you something good, my friend. Let's see. What am I going to give you? Damage walls. Easy enough, right? No corruption to worry about, thankfully. And more research to pick up. Now, I need something really good, you know. Not really using those orcs very much. I could just save up what I have, but no. Here we go. Pointier rocks. I better get some artillery later. I'll keep the pile of shiny stuff, sure. Now, I know there's going to be some type of rebellion. That's fine. Hopefully, they're far off in the west, and it should take them like maybe 2 to 3 turns at most to get over here. Yeah, he took Sudenburg, so it's very likely he's just conquering the entire desert, which is why I don't want him out here. Last defenders, okay. Pointier rocks completed. Plus 2 to obedience for Grom the Paunch. And here's a new idol carva. Let's go to Himri. I think we've got to. I don't think there is another choice right now. That would be as viable for me. So, okay, rank 7. Grom the Paunch can make it. Love it. Love it so much. All right. Big tit slap face. I think I want you in there too. I'm going to give you a new unit. Don't worry about it. Moon Howlers. Lava Spider Riders. Let's check that out. It's pretty bananas to even say. Actually, you wait here. I'm going to let Grom just move in. There it is, man. All right, so I could charge in now. Oh, look at what they have. We've got damaged walls. Let's go over here to research again. Bigger loot cart. Yeah, see, more income from second settlements. More income from raiding, which I'm not doing a lot of right now. I mean, I could do that, but they're not going to make it jack off all. All right, so I think we're ready for a battle. I'm just going to have to go do it, man. There's no choice but to do it, to commit. Karen is at rank 22 now, so I'm going to give her... I gave her immortality at 21. She's immortal, and she'll look like that forever. She's like, oh, God, why? I used to be beautiful. All right, Dodgy Geezer, no. Fidabuna, sure. Do that. Let's upgrade it. It's a very expensive spell. I did use it on his Wildwood Rangers a lot, though. Okay. Upgrading is not cheap. Can't do it all yet. Let's go in. Now we're attacking the Tomb Kings, and my God, look at the army that we have here. That is awesome. Look at these visuals as thousands of goblins are now charging on an ancient city that used to belong to men and now belongs to the undead. Now, what I would be worried about is that statue waking up and being like, hey, I'm napping here. That would be freaky. All right, kiddos, let's see what we can do. I'm going to leave my army over here for a little bit, but it's going to be a big and long battle. It's meant to be a big and long battle. These are very trying times, and I have no eggs to offer them. So we have a few breaches from my big boss. I have no idea how he did that. I mean, these are pretty clean cuts. Look at that. That's just perfectly clean. It's meant to look like rubble, but no, that's just a clean cut right through the wall. How did you do that? I need to know. All right, so they're moving in my Spider Rider archers. My Lava Spider Rider archers. They're hot, y'all. They've got flaming ammunition. They still do have their standard poison for their melee attacks, not their range attacks. They have some armor-piercing damage, too. Yeah, so they're actually a decent variety unit. Use them in melee, use them afar, whatever. Now, the big threat and it's usually always true, will be the artillery. I've got numbers, and numbers do not do well against that much artillery. So here comes all of our units now. They do have a Necro Sphinx too. My Rogue Idol will only be here for a little while, which is really the worst part of it all. I would rather my Rogue Idol be here the entire battle, but I can't do that until I actually recruit some Rogue Idols. But here comes the Gombos. I personally wouldn't want to be here myself if I was a Gobbo. It's hot here. The sand is here. It gets everywhere. It's coarse. Who likes it? Alright, so he's charging in now. Come on, goblins. It's stabbing time. There we are. And so we will kill so many. No, they're going to kill a lot of my guys. So they do have Ushamti. They've got Tomb Guard. A lot of Tomb Guard at that. And it looks like the main allied AI army is charging up onto these walls. They'll be killing a bunch of, well, not killing, but destroying a bunch of skeleton archers. So that works out just fine. See? Okay, so they just like leap in. That's adorable. I love it. Jump in, kids. Oh my god. Look, man, goblin balls are massive. Now, what if I just like said that and moved on? Did it even really address it? Just an observation. Goblin balls are... No. What I mean by that is, imagine being that tiny. And not only tiny, but like scrawny too. It's not like a dwarf. Dwarfs are built thick, extra thick. And so they're very sturdy. But goblins are scrawny and scrappy and tiny. But they still come in here. Now, when you actually look at their height, in comparison, they're not really that small. Their proportions are ridiculously large. And so now we're destroying all of their archers on the walls, but eventually they'll become prime targets for all of those blasted catapults. Now here's a rogue idol that has since come in. A very brave Tomb King is trying to damage that rogue idol. And I wanted my rogue idol to go after their Necro Sphinx because I thought that would be damn cool. And I was right. Oh, man. You go, kids. You go. Yep, I had Karen vomit on the Necro Sphinx because she's gross. She's very gross. Look at that stern face. I do not like what you're doing. Rogue Idol's like, I don't care. I'm a party idol. I'm here for the fun, the drinks, the good times. Let them roll. Come on, club them. This is some Godzilla stuff here. Alright, so they're going to be fighting for a little while. My Rogue Idol has only one kill and will eventually fall apart, but a great way to keep them away and busy. These gates were destroyed over here, but the pathfinding for my trolls getting in can be kind of annoying. So here's my Stone Cold Stubbs gang. They're not fighting a bunch of Tomb Guard who do not have halberds, but there's a group over here that does have halberds. Now, I had some of my units climb on the wall, as you see. Now I have my nasty skulkers climbing in to help me fight these Tomb Guard. Awesome. I use a smoke bomb right over there. I'm still fighting over here. There goes my Rogue Idol. Unfortunately, I'm using a Fate of Yuna on these Ushabti and breaking them down. And I'm getting a little bit too excited. We're still attacking over here. My allied army is destroying all their archers, which is actually helping me a lot. And they broke through the front gate, or it was opened up, whatever. They're fighting Tomb Guard, so they probably won't make it too far, but they've gotten 10 kills so far, which is actually not bad. Actually, when you look at their weapon strength, goblins are insane, dude. They're actually great. Good for them. Greenskins are good now. They are certainly, most certainly good. Ooh, another attack, huh? And there is that one Necro Sphinx. Facing the mighty Karen. The angriest of all lady hags. Troll hags. Kid's like,
What are you doing here? It's filthy. Told you to fucking clean your room, you fucking undead.
Karen, calm down. Such profanity and language.
I'll tell you when I want to calm down.
All right, Karen. Christ. All right, forget about it. We're not going to address Karen now. We're just going to leave her alone. Huh. Too much from me. Too much Karen from me. All right, these goblins over here have 61 kills. These archers are falling apart, and I want to go after their catapult. There's one allied group that should have been entangled in it. They've got two groups of archers here, 115 kills, and over here, 158 kills. Way too many. I've got some allies coming to help out. These halberds are probably going to be fairly deadly, but I've got skulkers and trolls all fighting them together, giving them the club, giving them the finger. Do I have that regiment of renown here still? Anyway. The fingers are here. So we wanted the front gate. That Necrosphinx is still here, sure. But it's just fighting one of my mini groups. It only has 24 kills right now. That isn't sufficient. That isn't going to do it, buddy. You think it's going to do it, and you're very cool looking, don't get me wrong, but there's some Ushopti that were summoned out here going after my archer, so I just had to get them to run off. That's all. You don't miss a damn thing in these fights. Might be in the corner of your eye, but it's always over there. There's a Tomb Prince who is about to break apart. Look at the carnage, though, in this fight. What's over here? What is going on? Anyway. So back in the town square, I brought in all of my pump wagons, and I rushed in as many units as I could. But again, it's so hard to actually punch pump wagons through units. They're very good, don't get me wrong. But, like, dude, trying to get them out of a quagmire of units is a debacle. It is a struggle. Now let's watch the Gobos do their fighting bit. Oh my god, it's so cool. I love these Gobos so much. Grom's wall has been issued, so we got some healing going on. They're falling apart. The battle is now over. We have won. They're falling apart. They are crumbling. The city now belongs to us. We'll need a good name for it, too. We'll need a very good name for Himri, which now belongs to the Gobos. Well, they got overwhelmed. I lost 986, and they lost over 1,400. Well, the entire garrison. Loot and occupy. Look at that, 19,000. And it's still tier 3. I can use it for, ooh, a shiny pit, yeah. The hoard for even more money. I'm going to build up those walls right now. I mean, Boar Boys, tier 3, don't need it right now. What about a fighting pit? I probably don't need a fighting pit right now. No, I just need other things to help me out. And let's see, what is over here for our dear friend Gromo? Gromit? Cheese? No, not cheese. Okay, I'm going to give him a few command abilities. Let's make our own Gobos more powerful. Sure. It's about time for him to do that. And I've gotten a new ingredient, which I'll look at in just a bit. Gone up in rank 2. Big Tit. Good job, Big Tit. You did it. You really did it. It's over here. Upkeep down. I'd rather more replenishment, but okay. There's your Gobos buff. He's doing it, man. He's doing it. Yeah, take a bit more replenishment. We all need it, you know. Oh, boy. I'll have to go look over here later to see what they'll let me get. Oh, okay. I need to get the Big Awa trophy. Okay, so I need another Call to Wa for that. Then I can unlock those. I'll upgrade that too. I've got some growth coming in. Not a growth, some growth. Ooh, tier 5. Yes, indeed. That's what I want. Build that now. Only 30 scrap, unfortunately. That's in their turn, though. So we got their capital.
Whatever you was offering.
Do you want to fight, really? Right now? Oh, you're kidding. Well, that's a shame. They're going to pop up on me somewhere. I don't know where, but you know that's going to happen. Here comes another Skaven army. I was hoping to avoid them, but we'll see. They're still down there, like fighting maybe lizardmen or something. Oh. Now that's going to be an interesting one. AI control. If I fight it out now, that could be deadly for me, you know. I like that. Deadly's good. And here it goes right now. My entire goblin army charging in a massive wave. I wasn't going to be tactical about it. No, just send them in. Send them all in. Let them all charge and die. I mean, fight for a glorious Gobbo tomorrow. Fight for a greener tomorrow, my Gobbos. You may do it well. But here they come right now. One of the coolest charges I've ever seen in the game. I think the last time I've seen a lot of like really cool charges would have been during my Knights of Origo campaign. That was delightful. But here we go now. They're all about to meet the Tomb Kings here. It's been a very long episode today, but we had so much to accomplish, so much to do, but we are nearly done right now. So here they all come. A few units took some time, but the charge has finally happened. They're fighting Nahikara warriors, and it's Gobbo killing time for them. Now my reinforcing army is on the way. They're going to take a little while to get over here. Let's see, we got some goblins fighting some skeleton spearmen. They have 24 weapon strength. I have 25, but here's like the big kicker too. Let's have a look over here at what I have. All right. Now, because of our regeneration, I do have a fire weakness because we do have regeneration, so we get 4 hit points back per second. We also have a physical resistance of 5%. So that's a big change, right? There's a wah that I've already been able to throw out there. I've got so many entities fighting. And here is Big Tit Slapface. Look at Big Tit. Big Tit is just watching some stuff happen today. Big Tit don't give a damn. Using Sneaky Stabbing to kind of buff up a few gobos close by. Only a few of them there. I've only got a few Lava Spider Rider Archers. Most of them were killed in that previous siege battle. I'm about to get enough points for another wah. And I was, again, very shocked at how my goblins were holding. They were actually holding here. And I'll be using that Mork's Gaze ability, that Gork's Gaze ability, just constantly. It's better whenever you use it up close on the big side of a large unit, like here. Like if my Gobbo was right here and it shot right through, you'd probably get like 20 kills. It's much better to use it like that. But of course, I mean, then you're exposed. But these Ushabti are beating a group of Gobbos. They're now broken and leaving. They killed over 100 in a very short duration of time. And you can see how many more are on the way right now. The battle is not yet done, my friends. So there's the Tomb Kings. And we're going to be fighting a long war against all of them. I can't wait to get better tools to fight them all. Over here, we've got a Vortex spell that was preemptively used by Karen. Thanks, Karen! Bad timing. And here comes a reinforcing enemy army too, so that's going to be a new force coming from that general direction. Got some Gobbos who are running over here. I'm going to bring them back in once I get some more leadership. Got some archers who have 32 kills. Wow, not bad. And a lot of chariots. If they were charging in, that would have been much worse for me. Especially if they, like, flanked me. Nehekar warriors are very tough, so they're going to kill a lot of my Gobbos too. But wait until I get my new army in. What spell did you just waste, Karen? Spirit Leech upgraded. Great. Nice. Here comes the Gobbos, the Squiggos, the Trollos, the Trolliolos. So let's go look over here now. I've got my pump wagon going after a Tomb King. Or they do, because I don't have control of my allied forces, which is Grom's army. Now here comes another group of Ushabti who have been summoned into the middle of my goblins. They're healing up from one of their passives. Well, good for you. Lottie fucking da. Alright then. We've got some nasty Skull Cruiser coming in to help out, and it's going to be a little bit of a grinder. We'll lose a lot of numbers, but they're goblins, man. They're meant to die. Now, I will get another Troll Hag when I'm able to. There's some puke that just killed a lot of my own units. Again, thanks, Karin. Holy crap. Letting the ally control Karin is a bad choice. She's just taking it out on me. She's like,
Why don't you clean up your room?
I'm a fucking goblin. Karen, chill out. All right, so over here we got another attack with a wah from me, and another buff attack. Just hitting hard, hitting well. All right, so let's just kind of zoom out real quick and get a good idea on what's going on. So their chariots are now attacking my pump wagons. I went after their Tomb King, dealing a lot of damage to him. Over here, my squigs are now hitting their skeleton archers. And tactically, I have not a lot to go over when it comes to my own movements. I kept it simple on purpose. I've got a wave of Gobbos. How much can I do? No, charge in. Have fun, kids. Now, the battle continues to rage on. And Grom is showing them the true might of the Gobbo. And, you know, how he's kind of like Zap Brannigan. He's willing to send enough goblins to their deaths in order to win the battle. The Ushabti finally fell apart. They degraded. And here comes their reinforcing army right now. I did not expect this part to be so long. But man, these battles were involved. These were not easy fights for me. Some were a little bit easier than others, but what if they were both difficult? Just one was like slightly less difficult. Still hard then. Okay, there's another shot from Big Tit Slapface, who now has 58 kills, which for such a low-leveled shaman is actually pretty great. I just have him charging in.
Rah! Get fucked!
And so they're actually falling apart. Wow, that was quick. Yeah, they're all falling apart now. Now, that's what actually caught me off guard, is how, once I got into it, I mean, look at the trolls and everything else just moving into it. They are just capitulating. They have given up. And here comes a new army, so, like, they just had to hold out. Much like my army held out, all they had to do was hold out. Now, Grom has 22 kills. He's used all of his buffs. Axe of Grom, Lucky Banner. Oh, here comes some chariots. Don't charge. Don't you do it. Hey! Let's see these kills here. Oh, look at that. A massive charge that destroyed so many gobos. There's Grom charging right through their Nehekar warriors. He's at over 30 kills, nearly 40 kills now. Here's my pump wagons. Still fighting some of their skeleton warriors. Not that it really matters, but we're going to zoom out again. Only a few Nehekarans who are left over yonder. Then we just have a few more to worry about after that. Yeah. Now, they do have a catapult. That's why I was lingering on that shot, just so that you could see what would happen with their initial shots. Like I said, whenever I get to show you post-com, you don't miss stuff. Instead of me, like, rapidly just clicking and going, okay, I'm doing this and that, blah, 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 I'm just explaining to you what I did. Might even be in less words. In my case, probably not, but might even be with, like, fewer words. These words over here are falling apart. There's a little icon. It's just kind of a white, rattled. Weird. I wonder if that's been fixed. Who knows? These pump wagons are moving in now. That's a debuff from Grom. I'll look at it later whenever the icon is all pretty. Let's see. Now it's just a complete rout. I am meant to have over 5,000. We had some damages dealt to us. And I used my own army as fodder. I mean, you could just see that from all the carnage over here. But somebody crumbled that. We've won again. Of course, I mean, they're Tomb Kings, so are they going to rally up easily and quickly? Yeah, sure. Now, I've got 5 Spider Rider archers left. I had them go after some archers, and they actually did all right at keeping them away and busy. So, even though they're so few in number, look at that. They're still actually keeping a group busy, saving a lot of my goblin lives. And I've got a few of them who are left over here. Most of the undead are now falling apart, so the battle's been won. It's another major fight won for our faction. And it is now, I believe, very much over. Theirs is crumbling. Is that an orc in my midst? Yeah, they got some biggins. Hey, that's from the garrison. Haven't seen an orc in a long time. We'll have some come by later. I do like my variety. All right, crumble away, you bunch of bony nerds. There we go. Now we can go home. That was a great win. Okay, we only lost our lava spider riders, but they were already pretty low. So I'm going to take up more money. I'm going to spend a lot of money around here. Oh, man. I wonder if I've bitten off more than I could chew. We're going to find out. Well, Grom could chew a lot, so we should be okay. I'm going to take, let's see, cheaper recruitment. Recruit a lord, only 500. No, I'm not doing that right now. Hag merchant spotted. The Gorkamork shrine. It's fairly far away. Could always use more ingredients. I mean, that would save me time. Let's see. Ooh, yeah. There's some more money. And I'm going to pick up my boss tent for 1, right? It's probably a good idea. Now, what about rogue idols? Now, rogue idols I'm trying to get towards, you see. I've got my shaman's hut. We're going to tier 5. I just need 1 more tier, then I can get rogue idols. I'll probably get 2 or 3 because I love them, dude. They're so cool. They're so darn cool. They're actually one of my favorite units added ever in this game. So, yeah, I want more of them. I do. I do want more. All right, let's see. I'm going to use my Aspect of the Dread Knight. I just wanted to make sure all of her spells can be as powerful as possible. And I'm just really looking over here and trying to consider what would truly be of a grand benefit to me. I'm fighting a bunch of blasted undead. There's only so much I can do out here. I do want to be able to move quickly, so I'll get my Raiden stashes for now. We can always change it later. I'm going to get that Stunty Mine. It's a lot of money. And we're going to replenish here for now. Yeah, I need to replenish, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go get Numas and Salt Plain, which means 1 army will need to probably wait back over here. We're nearly ready for a new Wa. That's really what I'm waiting for, is to get a new Wa going. I'd love to call it on our current target. Hopefully, we'll be able to get like a really big trophy for it. That would be good. But there goes all of my money. I need more, clearly. Grom the Scrawny is going to move over here to Numas. I need him to go break more locations like that, like he has been doing. Yeah, there's only 1 king there. He'll probably have like a bunch of units by the time we get to our next turn. It's just very important that I conquer the east before he comes from the west over to the east again. All right, so let's see here. Goblin Shaman, you're doing all right. Take wound. There'll be another field agent. I need field agents out here doing the good work. Yeah, that'll work for now. And I think we're done for today, for right now. And when we're back, we've got to continue our Tomb Bone War. Might need a better name. Work in progress, you know.